Hello, good evening, and welcome to another edition of News Night Live on Metro TV. My name is Mami Keswe watching.
Mine is Samuel Ajiman.
In this bulletin, police smash Chinese sex trade syndicate. Metro News will bring you exclusive pictures of what was going on within the walls of the Peach Blossom Palace at La and what the International Organization of Migration has to say. Hello again. 50 personnel from the Panthers unit of the Ghana Police Service, together with 40 CID agents led by Superintendent Safo Ajiman, have raided the Peach Blossom Palace at La, a suburb of Accra, rescuing 7 Chinese girls believed to have been trafficked into Ghana and pressed into prostitution. The raid was carried out following months of painstaking investigations by Anas Arimiya Anas of the Crusading Guide newspaper.
From the outside, it looks just like any other residential property which has been leased. On entering, you will notice that part of it has been converted into what looks like an ordinary bar where people can just sit, take a drink and relax after a hard day's job. But the seemingly harmless exterior is a smokescreen for one of the most nauseating crimes against humanity. The place has been converted into a brothel or sex shop by a prostitution ring that provides services exclusively for expatriates. Investigations reveal that though the house is located in a suburb of the capital, black people are refused entry. The only blacks who are given access are the housekeeping couple and the 2 people who serve at the bar. Inside each room is a bunk bed where the Chinese girls are compelled to serve their patrons. Investigations show that each patron pays $150 for a few hours with the girls or $200 if he wants to spend the whole night at the brothel. Following the raid, $14,000 and an unspecified amount of Chinese currency, which was suspected to be the previous night's sales, were found. The Panthers unit, together with the CID agents, rounded up the 7 trafficked Chinese girls at the brothel and also discovered substances suspected to be narcotic drugs. A Chinese national, King James, the suspected human trafficker, and the owner of the place recruits the girls from China under the pretext of offering them jobs. Investigations reveal that he then confiscates their traveling passports. The girls are therefore pushed into the prostitution ring and are rotated between Togo, Ghana and Nigeria every 6 months to outwit immigration authorities. 14 girls are reported to be prostituting for King James, but during the swoop, only 7 of them, the housekeepers, and 3 men, including King James, a man believed to be his brother-in-law, and an expatriate who spent the night, were rounded up. King James is also alleged to be providing prostitution rings in Tema. DSP Patience Akwe told Metro News that the girls will not be charged with any offense because they are victims. The perpetrator of this inhuman act, King James, will be dealt with according to the Paloma Protocol and under the Human Trafficking Act of Ghana and could face up to 5 years in a Ghanaian jail. Human trafficking is the fastest growing criminal industry in the world, with total annual revenue for trafficking in persons estimated to be between 5 and 9 billion US dollars.
Now back to our earlier story on the Chinese sex syndicate that was busted. I have been joined in the studio by the counter-trafficking field coordinator of the International Organization for Migration, Daniel Kweku Sam, to help us understand the implications of that particular act. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Welcome to the studios.
Thank you.
Now, let me begin by asking you if you have been monitoring this particular story and what does it mean to your outfit?
Thanks to the vibrancy of the media, I think this story has been monitored through the print and the electronic media. And just now we watched the clip. And you can agree with me perfectly when the news item was being run. it was cited that the DSP Patience Quay of the anti-human trafficking unit stated that these women or these victims, they are not perpetrators of the crime, but really they are victims of a heinous crime.
Exactly.
That means it calls for some action whereby we can uphold their dignity and then their well-being, being victims. And this is where IOM comes in. You know, IOM was established or has been established since 1951, and in Ghana, Ghana became a member state in 2005, even though IOM came around 1989, but Ghana became a member state in 2005. But since our existence, we've formed partnership with multilateral international agencies, the governmental and non-governmental agencies, in the bid to uphold and then promote the dignity of migrants. So you can see these people are not Ghanaians. They are coming from somewhere.
Yeah.
So that means it behooves on IOM also to work in partnership with all these people, or the network, or the sort of collaboration we have with these government and non-governmental agencies to help promote the dignity of these people, and then see how best we can assist them, because now they are victims of some crime.
Now I'm going to have to ask you this. Is this a wake-up call to the IOM? Have you now come to realize that, you know, sex trade is sort of gaining grounds, especially when child trafficking is involved?
Well, I think this question goes to the whole of Ghana. This is a wake-up call for the whole of Ghana, be the individual citizen, the governmental agencies, and I mean those potential migrants. You know, you can see from you go elsewhere outside. Not even I'm not talking about outside Ghana, but within Ghana, you see billboards, posters posted, vacancies for. These are the issues that we need to look at. The recruitment agencies. These are now, it's a wake-up call for the government and individuals and the communities as a whole, that the issue of human trafficking, I mean, the trafficker can even be your own friend.
What I'm interested in is, did your outfit realize, you know, this possibility existing, or, you know, until the airing of this story, or before this information came out, did you know that some of these issues were in existence?
Of course, yes. At least we've had the issue of this soldier bar, and there are instances. And if you search through the electronic media, you know, these things are happening. They are happening, but you know, human trafficking can also be termed as something that is hiding in plain sight. It could be even some of your own colleagues have been, you know, he's working under some form of bondage or something. I mean, it could happen even your next door. Just watch out, go, look beyond the surface and see that human trafficking is happening. And it's a wake-up call to all of us. When someone wants to travel outside or abroad, there's the need for the person to at least access information, be informed.
Okay.
Of,
now, once again, what challenges you, your ability to fight some of these issues? What are you going to do, for instance, after seeing some of these issues coming up now? What are we going to see of you?
Well, as I mentioned earlier on, our mandate really falls into victim protection and assistance. And we do also some preventive activities. But the point is, we don't carry out prosecutions and convictions. So what we actually do is to try and assist these victims in a way. But you know, some of these challenges now, once you ask, do we have shelters to accommodate such people? I mean, internally, trafficking does occur. But what happens to the victims? Do we place them in police custody? Of course, they are not criminals. They are victims. Now, even there is a new word like survivors. They are survivors of heinous crime. So some of these challenges that we will see, but
I believe they do have some migration documents that you can trace them to their roots and sort of you know, find out where they are coming from, and if there is any assistance that your organization or any other organization, stakeholder organizations, can offer to these people. I think that would be a lot more beneficial.
Yeah, it's true. As I mentioned to you, we as an organization trying to uphold the dignity of the migrant, we want migration to benefit the one who is traveling, and as well as the country in which, the destination. So what we are going to do at the moment, now the case is with the police, because it's a criminal issue. So the police have to carry out its own investigations and other things. And then we have the Ministry of Women and Children Affairs. They are the mandated ministry to carry out human trafficking activities. Then comes in the Department of Social Welfare. So IOM is working in collaboration with all these governmental agencies, as well as other international agencies. And when it comes to the issue of repatriating these people, or returning them, repatriation is a strong word in our languages, returning these victims
back to their country of origin. If they are
willing to go back to their countries, then IOM will liaise with its sister organizations
in those countries.
Yeah, in those countries, how best these people can be helped to get back to their countries,
reintegrated into their society,
and then see how best they can regain themselves, because they've gone through some form of trauma.
Thank you. Would probably leave it here and, you know, wait that something better is done to these victims. I'm sure that whoever is watching in their home countries will not be happy to have seen this happen to those young ones. Wish you good luck.
Thank you.
Well, I've been talking to Daniel Kweku Sam. He is with the International Organization for Migration. He was talking to us about the police bust of Chinese sex syndicate. We now move to other stories where the idea of decentralization is to bring development close to the people. However, it appears despite the creation of a number of districts and municipal assemblies in the country, most of the people are yet to experience real development associated with a decentralization process. Samuel Anoba of Metro News visited Trobu Amasaman, a suburb of Gan West Municipal Assembly, to assess the living conditions of the residents, and has this story